right, so we are sitting down with the man of the hour. Honestly, this is probably my favorite interview I'm going to do today. I know I said earlier JJ was one of my favorite.
Oh, dude, how do you top JJ? How do you top JJ?
But you are my favorite.
How do you top Switch League Bandit?
I mean, have you seen yourself? Do you know who you are?
Yeah,
you are Travisor.
Okay, but like he like again, he's the face. You know, I'm the ugly man behind the camera.
Hey, no, honestly, you're the man who honestly is a man with a plan, and that's the one thing I think I love most about you is you execute on such a high level, no matter what it is that you do, whether it's doing these conventions, doing stuff at Gateway, the things you do in your own personal life. You really are a very considerate person, and you really take a lot of that in consideration, and you're always trying to make sure not even just yourself is in consideration, but everyone else around you is taken care of along the way.
And like again, this is a game recognized game moment, right? Like it's like there's no doubt that like you've done so much to build a following and to build a culture and like bring along as many people as you can along the ride, right? Because again, that's the important part, right? Like you can do this stuff, you can play games and you can network and stuff, but it's much more fun when you're doing it with people you like spending time with, right? And again, fostering new people. Like again, you just never know. Like I love it every time. Again, we go out to these events, go to conventions, you don't know who you're talking to. You don't know what their background is. You can be like talking with like a legendary game designer. It's wild.
I remember one year out at the Midwest Gaming Classic, I don't even remember who it was. I just remember there was these famous YouTuber people that came in the room, and I've never seen you as excited ever as when these guys walked in the room.
Oh
like,
yeah, my life in gaming.
Yeah, and you're telling me about
I don't fanboy often, so it was like
but
that was
for
like
me to see that, like that's that wholesomeness in gaming that like you can't buy that, and that's I think what I enjoy most about what I do in my role as being like a coordinator for 5th through 9th grade esports or being an assistant coach, production manager, you know, creating these external like programs that run in line is like seeing these kids come in, do that thing, and then when they're achieving it, when they're succeeding, even when they're not succeeding, that frustration of helping them to understand like that beginning to end result, I think it's so valuable. It's so important.
I really think that's amazing. And again, like I really think we're kind of kindred spirits in this realm, right? Like again, like you're mentoring those really like critical years of formation of kind of like developing the skills and like helping people find out who they want to be and how they're going to express themselves and get that momentum, right? So like, and again, I know you work specifically again not only with our Gateway students, but like again these 5th through 9th graders in our USD, and I think it's really fantastic. Again, there's something about that age, like again, you get to cultivate that excitement and like curate and help build that community. It's genuine, right? Like if something is wrong and the feeling's not genuine, they'll tell you, they'll let you know. Like so it's like the fact that you're able to build that is really phenomenal. I think that's really cool. So it's just like really cool to kind of be part of it. Again, we're at this event today, and like the hard work is always made worth it when you see like kids and their families dropping by and like get excited about something.
Absolutely.
Like that's that I think that's the main thing that fills up the cup when you're at the end of the day.
And I think one big thing for me, you talk about that that transition of them kind of learning to become themselves. I think if there's one person I can kind of hone in and use as the prime example is actually Red Flame, who's a part of our current esports program at Gateway as only a junior in high school. He was the junior Red Hawk before it was a junior Red Hawk. He was one of the prototype that I was testing with and kind of getting that idea of how can we do this and how can we do this right? What kind of leagues can we get involved with? And like now I'm at that level where we're implanted into leagues. We're part of the ECAC, we're part of the WET conference. But even then we have our own foundation that we're building on. So allowing these people to find their voices, find their presence, find their identity, I think is very important because, even these interviews that we're doing, a lot of these students may not have that camera presence, may not have that, that vocalization that
we all get it. I'm an introvert pretending to be an extrovert.
Exactly. So and just speaking about that, I know earlier I had a conversation with JJ and Simon. We were talking about COVID, and like I used to be the biggest extrovert ever. Like me, I was always out everywhere. After COVID, like I am the opposite. Like I won't blame COVID. I think I blame society for how they treated people during COVID that made me feel that way, where now I feel a little removed a little bit from that idea, but when I'm there, when we're creating it, when we're building it, like it feels so
good,
genuine. Yeah.
And again, I think that's important. Again, I'm a big proponent of third spaces. Again, communities like the Red Hawks here, like again, I think it's really important that we build those with genuine. Again, we don't know exactly how it's going to evolve. We're not saying, oh, it has to be this, right? But it's like, hey, we're seeing. Again, I'm really excited about all the talent we got in and all the enthusiasm we got in this fall. Again, no short thanks to your efforts here. Like, right, again, we're building these new and interesting things, and again, like that effort and momentum snowballs again as people start to participate more and interact with each other. We can find out, oh, here's all this cool stuff we can do together. And again, I think us trying to be good stewards, like we want to make sure we foster that responsibly and in a cool way, right? So again, we'll keep trying to pull up cool opportunities for our students and faculty and get out in the community. Again, not all of them are going to be amazing gangbusters, but again, we're going to keep doing cool stuff because we can, right?
Well, speaking of gangbusters, I mean, you have something coming up here in November. On Black Friday, right after Thanksgiving.
So when you're tired of your family,
Yeah, so when your belly's all full and you just need to relax and play some games, You have created something that I think Racine has needed for some time, and I don't want to take too much away from the excitement. I really want to give it to you and allow you to be able to talk more about it. Tell me, what does Gamesgiving mean to you in the presence of bringing it to Racine?
Yeah,
and
again, the reason we're doing all this is, again, it's really, again, I don't expect to take a dime away from anything. Again, I really want to, again, we're really doing whatever we can to bend over backwards to make sure, hey, we've got a venue, we've got space to highlight. Again, we're here at the Inclusive Bean today, and again, I literally will keep doing pop-ups for them as much as they want, even though, again, there's some gamers come in, some people aren't interested, but it's like they do such cool stuff. And again, I love what the Inclusive Bean does here. So it's really, I wanted to do this Gamesgiving thing in November to make sure that we highlight the community and like all the good stuff that these organizations are doing for our community, as well as, again, like we got a lot of passionate nerds who are looking to try to give back. So we do that in a way that we're comfortable with and we know how. So
and I like the way that you put that. A lot of nerds trying to give back, because when I look around, I mean, I see all the G2B guys, I see our students, I see people like Timmy, who's kind of like that external source kind of coming in and helping build into it. He's been a part of JTV Entertainment for a long time, but this is a SMID product now. This is him coming in, and I'm going to be a consultant for him now.
That's
and it's
wild,
kind of like flip of the script, where it's like, hey, you have the ownership on this now. So seeing, like I say, these students go from day one to where they are now, and seeing that full transition, and seeing them really falling into their place. Like, we just got Vloozy on our team recently.
Yeah, hell excited about that.
He's now our photographer, or videographer, sorry, and he's helping. I know, and I say photographer not yet, because he's waiting to get that lens. Once he gets that lens, it's going to be a day and night changer. But even he's going out to, the Inclusive Bean today. He's out there partying on the pavement. I'm like, hey, we got these events coming. He's like, hey, any external event we got coming up, I want to be there. Like, what does that mean to you to know that we have people that are just that enthusiastic, want to capture the experience?
It's overwhelming in a good way. Like, I want to make sure that I, am giving back opportunities for people too, and creating spaces and opportunities for people to network and get what they need out of an experience. Because, like, again, I think at the end of the day, like, again, there's a lot of people, there's just so many cool people in the area doing these awesome things and building these genuine experiences. And again, like, as COVID's taught us, hey, like, you can socialize online, but there's just something to be said about getting together in person and, like, having that community in person. And again, I'm a big proponent of third spaces. I think they're critical to our community. So again, especially working with the Red Hawks, I've been loving building that as a third space. I'm trying to, again, do more of these pop-ups and get events that, again, people can come and be communal with each other. And I think that's going to be awesome. So I really am so glad that other people are enthused and on board to help, like, celebrate and showcase. And again, I want to make sure that if there's anything we can do to, again, highlight how an amazing, wonder team we've got kind of coming together, it's definitely a little surreal, right?
Absolutely. And I mean, you keep, going back to that third space, and I think a lot of people don't ever really consider, what is that neutral space that I can have that really makes me feel like I'm at home, whether it's in the Discord with your friends, maybe it's you show up to Gateway Arena to have that time, or maybe you got that one friend you go to very regularly just to kind of relax with. Not everybody has that third space component to be able to have, and I think the proudest thing for me is watching Gateway cultivate that community. We have these mixers that we do, we have these networking events that we do, and it's really starting to build more and cultivate the community that I think we're looking for. We've tripled our numbers from around 32, 33 to about almost 90 now. Our teams have gone from about 12 up to almost about 19, 20 teams. And I mean, you also are a competitor. You're not just our club president. You're not just this guy coming in and running all these events. You're so involved in many different ways. I mean, we got Fortnite coming up. I threw your hat in the ring with Rainbow Six
I'm excited to
Siege.
get back on. I'm getting the rust off, man. That's feeling good to get back in the ring here. So
what are some things that you're maybe looking forward to this season when it comes to the competition aspect?
Again, I'll say, like, I often work on the tech side. There's something about playing on a team and, like, playing and trying to play at a higher level, right? That, again, there's a built-in bonding there, right? You're gonna naturally make connections and stuff like that. And I think again, I absolutely, I'm not a top level gamer, but again, I put in the time, I'll put in the dedication to make sure I'm holding my own, and it's always really good to kind of work that out with a team, right? Like, and again, like, it's not a experience you can replicate as easy online. So again, doing these leagues at Gateway, I think is really awesome, and again, I'm really excited. Again, it kind of forces me to slow down and think. And also, hey, this is the people I'm trying to serve, right? So you got to know the people you're working with. Again, I know video games, I know the history of video games. I'm a big retro nerd, but, like, again, esports is kind of a different animal, right? So it's like you got to be a part of that community and make sure that you're fostering it in a healthy way by knowing it, right?
Absolutely, and yeah, esports is probably the biggest give and take community I've ever seen in my life. Since the day I've gotten into it, I've never pretended to know certain things. I've always worked worked with my players to understand. I've worked to research and get that information so that it's natural. It's not forced. It's something that, like, even then, like, we just brought in Call of Duty. We brought in Rainbow Six. Like, do I play Rainbow Six? No, not really. Have I played Call of Duty in years? No. But that strategy, that mentality of understanding how these teams and components should still fall together, it all ends up falling in line. And I can definitely always give my criticism or give my critique where it's needed. But at the end of the day, these are adults. They're going to have to put in the time. They're going to have to put in the practice.
Absolutely.
And we're going to cultivate these communities. We're going to cultivate this drive and make things happen. And you're a big driving force in making that happen. So I want to thank you for everything that you do in, you know, creating these third spaces, you know, making these conventions, making these pop-ups a reality. I mean, without your gear, without your presence, I don't think Gateway would be able to do nearly, I'd say, a quarter of the things that
I'm really hoping if there's anybody at Gateway who's really kind of looking out for us, again, if we could expand a little space, we have so many ways we could take it, again, between the video games and the tabletop and the arcades, like, again, we can fill a space, you know, like, and that's nice, because again, like, we're so lucky that we've gotten so many new students with like different passions in different areas. So again, we want to make sure we have like the resources in place to cultivate them.
Absolutely. So if you guys are listening, I just want to remind you real quick that Gateway is here to fill your needs. Gateway is here to help fill your presence. If you didn't listen to it here, listen to it big and wide. Not even just Gateway, our community. If you guys want to help us build out the right way, we're here to make it happen. We love you, and I hope you have a great day. Again,
you couldn't set it any better. Like, really, and again, like, I really think the staff here right now is, again, I said it in this presentation this week, it's a lightning in a bottle moment. Like, it's not often you get so many, like, the right people in the right roles with kind of that diverse talent to kind of like look over these different aspects of a program that's full featured, right? So again, I really hope we have the opportunity to kind of build, and that we're provided the resources we need to kind of foster these students and kind of nurture that flame, right?
Absolutely.
Again, it blows my mind. Again, when you have people interested in that again, like in a brand like the Red Hawks or whatever, and in that community, and like they're personifying themselves in it. Like, that is just mind blowing to me. That is so cool. And again, I want to do whatever I can to like foster that and like be just a cheerleader for that, and again, make sure people get what they need and like are having fun and growing and like getting cool connections.
Absolutely.
That's all I can ask for at the end of the day.
Well, thank you very much, Travis.
Yeah, dude, Joe, you do such great work. Again, I'm really so glad to work with you on the daily, man. You're a real one. I really appreciate you.
Much love.
Yeah.